Well, welcome everyone and welcome back to Cave Creek, Arizona. My name is Shay and welcome to my kitchen. I'd like to share with you my black bean, creamy black bean and corn chorizo soup and tortilla bowl. Sounds really complicated, but it's something you can just whip together really quick and have the tortilla bowls ready to go, and then you're all set for, say, Halloween night to go out trick-or-treating, or New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve when you have something else you need to be buzzing off to go do. So let's start with our tortilla bowls. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You want to take the smaller tortillas that are 8 inches around, and you want to place 4 of them inside a dampened towel, and you want to pop them in the microwave for about 60 seconds. Flip them halfway through so that they become nice and soft on both sides. See you back here in a minute. They're perfect, and you're going to take each tortilla and center it inside a large ramekin, and you want to tuck it down in there so that your bowl, the bottom of the bowl, is nice and wide to fit your soup later on. And any of the sides you just want to fold in. See how it makes just a pretty little fold? Who doesn't like eating something out of, say, a bread bowl? But here we're going to give you the taste of the Southwest since we are in Arizona. So you do that to each one. You pop them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes till they're able to stand on their own. And then you're going to take them off. Make sure you put your oven rack down to the lowest position when you do this as well, so that way they don't burn. When you take them out of the bowls after about the 8-10 minutes, you're going to put them back right onto the rack in the oven to get them nice and hard and to crisp up and be able to hold their shape all on their own. Look, aren't those so cute? Now that we've done this to each of ours, you want to do this rather quickly because you had them all. Just pop that right in the oven. Now that our tortilla bowls are in the oven, we can go ahead and start on our soup. We're going to heat our stock pot on a medium-high heat. I have a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil in here heating. And we're going to add to that a can of 4 ounces of fire-roasted hatch green chilies. And we're going to saute these up in the pan. It's going to bring out even more of those flavors instead of just incorporating them in with the soup itself. It's going to bring on a whole new dimension into the soup. That sizzling, it smells so good. You don't need to pre-drain the chilies. You want to just let it, the liquid to just evaporate off as you're cooking this. Plus it adds great flavor to your soup, so why waste it? About halfway through your sauteing of your green chilies, you're going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic. Already pre-done is fine, or if you want to mince up your own fresh garlic, that's fine too. Incorporate that. Well, it's only going to take about 3 to 5 minutes. Let that simmer up and get all nice and sauteed in there. And then you're going to add your smoked chorizo. Here's a little hint. It comes in a package that's already 10 ounces, so you're all set to go. Really hard to cut with a knife. Use scissors. Just cut it in little chunks, because you're just going to add this in there, cook it just like you would a ground beef till they're all nice and brown and cooked through. So you add in your 10 ounces of chopped up or cut up chorizo, and let it just marry up in there with those green chilies until it comes all nice and cooked. It's only going to take about 5 minutes. Okay. Now that our chorizo has had time to get all happy in the pan, we're going to add a half a cup of cooking sherry. Or I like to use a tawny port. It adds a nice little nuttiness to the flavor, kind of complements that smokiness, but a cooking sherry or a tawny port, if that's what you have on hand, go for it. It works beautifully. So you're going to add that to your pot. And you're just going to let that simmer until those juices reduce down. You just are adding that to get that nice little flavor. The alcohol will evaporate off, or the cooking sherry, you just want to evaporate those juices off. See you back here in a few while we check on our tortilla bowls. Okay, so you see how our tortilla bowls are holding their own shape. So you're just going to very carefully take them out of here and place them right on the rack. And you're going to cook it for about another 7 minutes. You might need a little bit smaller of a rack to hold that bottom. It's the bottom that's going to need a little help holding its form. Perfect. Now our juices from our sherry or our port are almost reduced down completely. And this is where you add in all the other fun stuff. I've got 4 cups of frozen corn. Make it easy, you don't have to thaw it, drain it. I have 3 cans of black beans, which I have drained and rinsed because you don't need any of those juices in there. You add your tablespoon of chili powder, or more if you like a little bit of heat. Your 12 ounces of the Santa Fe cooking cream, which is absolutely amazing, probably my favorite so far. Add that in there, and then 1 can of chicken broth, which comes out to about 1.25 cups if you use the big tubs. And you just want to stir this all together, incorporate all those yummy ingredients, and then just turn it on a low heat and let simmer and get nice and warm until you're ready to serve it up. I'll see you back here when we're ready to plate. After the second round of cooking, our tortilla bowls were just taken out and set on a cooling rack to cool. They can be used whenever you're ready. And this has been simmering here nicely. All you want to do is dish your guests up, or you or whoever's around, nice big scoop of your soup. Look at that. Give yourself another little dollop of the Santa Fe cooking cream. A few little sprinkles of cilantro, of course. Your Mexican blend cheese, sprinkle that right on top. And there you have creamy black bean, corn, and chorizo soup in a tortilla bowl. Enjoy!